Good afternoon to everybody out there. And after a few minutes of struggling with this fantastic technology, here you will see we are dealing with today parts of speech, the second in the series. And today, for a start, as a reminder, let us look at the fact that parts of speech are types of words. Always remember that. Don't get them confused with figures of speech, which is flowery, poetic language. Now, the first one we're going to tackle is pronouns. And there you see the definition of a pronoun. And I want to emphasize this. A pronoun stands in the place of a noun or another pronoun. We all know it stands in the place of a noun, but don't forget it's another pronoun as well. Here is an example for you where a pronoun is required. And then you've got Palesa said that Palesa had passed with distinction. Now, that sounds terrible because you've repeated the same name twice. This is how it should be. See that? Palesa said that she had passed with distinction. There you see a perfect example of a pronoun replacing a proper noun. Then you ask me, how can a pronoun stand in place of another pronoun? And this is how it's done. I can't say, ouch, I hurt me. You see, it sounds awful because it just doesn't ring true in your ears. What you should say there is, ouch, I hurt myself. And there you have it in nice large print. And please note, I've put all these pronouns in beautiful green colors today, so that as we go through the rest of the presentation, you'll quickly recognize the pronouns. Now, conjunctions. We all know the primary school definition from way back in grade 2. A conjunction is a joining word. Well, that's the best definition you're ever going to get for it. Anyway, they join words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. And here are some examples. Okay, you see there, one of my favorite meals, fish and chips. Very simple coordinating conjunction there. And there you've got another very common conjunction, because. Right? You'll see many examples of those as you go through life. And of course, you've got the conjunction but, right? And here you've got a coordinating conjunction, correlative conjunction. It's a fancy term for two conjunctions used together, neither nor. There's other examples of that, either or, not only, but also. What's the other one? Both and. Lovely conjunctions, those. Very effective in your writing, just for the record. Moving on to prepositions. Now, I've put a definition there, and I'm going to read you the definition. Prepositions are the linking words used to clarify meaning in a sentence. Now, the reason I've used that definition is because it's a simpler form than the one found in the dictionary, which is horrible. But there's some examples. We'll go through them quickly. And I'm just going to take a hit of helium. I was from, in, on, at, to, for, through, over, under, into, along, between. There we are. It always makes me speak faster and you hear me more clearly. Right. There's a classic example. Please note that prepositions sometimes have to be used in specific form, different from, similar to. Okay. And there's an example of different from. That's how it's supposed to, the preposition's supposed to go with the word different. Okay. I want to. Okay. Fairly obvious one that. We all use it. Good at, okay, another combination. And then we've got this beautiful sentence with two prepositions in it. You've got both along and between. Now we move on to articles, right? There you will see there are only two articles. It's a or an, and of course the. Now, a or an, as you can see, is the indefinite article, whereas the. Oops, sorry. Let's just take a look at the example here. When do you use an and when do you use a? Well, you use an before a vowel sound. There you've got two examples. You've got an aardvark and an elephant. And in between, you've got a buffalo, a cat, and a dog. That's the easiest way to remember it. It's just the sound that follows the indefinite article. And then you have your definite article, which, well, here, let me give you an example. I saw an elephant. You'll notice that it's indefinite. It's no specific elephant. And then the elephant was leaning against a tree. Now it's a specific one. Now it's the elephant to which we referred in the first sentence. So it's the first sentence is not specific, and the second sentence, the elephant, is specific. Finally, interjections. Now, this is not always classified as a part of speech, but I regard it as a part of speech. So let's just take a look at an example so you know what's going on here. There we are. Ouch, I hurt myself. And that ouch, as you can see by the highlighting, is an example of an interjection. It's one word that normally just expresses pain or joy or something like that. And here, I've got another one of these lovely, simple tasks that I know you all enjoy so much. There is your route to the task, and you've got both your URL and your QR code. And thank you all for listening.